The beauty of cycling is that one man's devastation is another man's jubilation. This is stage 4 of the Tour de France 2021 from Redon to Fourvière, a nailed-on sprint stage, 152 kilometers long, not even a single categorized climb, one intermediate sprint. And there were some rumors last night there was going to be a 50-kilometer protest neutralization, then 10Ks, then I think it ended up turning out to be a 1 minute stopping. We saw even in the bunch, when they were doing that, the lack of consensus with Greipel remonstrating with Julian Alaphilippe. Alaphilippe appeared to be opposed to them stopping for whatever reason. And this was about the safety issues in stage 3 yesterday where there were multiple crashes. Perhaps Rick Zabel and Alaphilippe were saying, you need to subscribe to the Lanterne Rouge YouTube channel or this cursed image of Roglic will visit you in your sleep this evening, and like the video while you're at it. But anyway, Alpecin-Phoenix, they won the first sprint stage yesterday with Tim Merlier, dominant fashion, Philipsen second for Alpecin. Brent Van Moer was the first man trying to initiate a breakaway, and I thought, oh, okay, this is another suicide break like stage 10 with Cher and Kung last year, just some sponsor exposure. He was joined by Pierre-Luc Perrichon, but yeah, sponsor exposure for Lotto because Ewan obviously abandoned yesterday after his crash. Thankfully, no crashes today. It was a calmer day, much better day in the Tour de France. And they kept this two-man breakaway in pretty tight order, actually. They didn't let it go out to like 5 minutes or anything crazy. At the first intermediate sprint, we already saw signs that Mercu-Cavendish is a lethal combination, even at Tour de France level. Mercu bringing up on the right-hand side. I think it was Mezgets leading out for Michael Matthews as the intermediate sprint for green jersey points, and Mercu just brings Cavendish up at about 70 k's an hour on the left-hand side with Buani and Cavendish slipstream, drops him off, keeps sprinting so he can take more points away from the other riders. Cavendish looking good for this stage. But one of the problems for Cavendish and Quickstep is they don't have a full lead-out train. They kind of got a hybrid team at this Tour de France. Lotto have a man up the road, so they have one of the strongest sprint trains and teams to control. So with Van Moer up the road, they're obviously not going to be chasing, and Ewan's not here anymore. Van Moer attacked Pierre-Luc Perrichon to go solo like he did in Dauphiné earlier. So the peloton actually had trouble bringing back Brent Van Moer today. You saw Daniel Oss on the front for Sagan. He was just keeping it in check. But Van Moer, as I said, he nearly won Ronde van Limburg, was probably going to win it, but he got sent the wrong way, won that incredible solo Dauphiné stage. Thomas de Gent has said he is the next Thomas de Gent. Brent Van Moer, so definitely a man to watch out for. And with 10Ks to go, he had a 1 minute lead. Okay, nothing crazy. 7Ks to go, still a 58-second lead until Quickstep got on the front with 5Ks to go and started drilling this. His teammates, Brent Van Moer, Lotto, were doing a good job. They had two men blocking up proceedings behind Quickstep, but still that gap was tumbling with about 1,600 meters to go. It was 17, 18 seconds, but he was still in with a really good chance because there was a bit of a power vacuum behind in the group until Julian Alaphilippe took over. Quickstep don't want to take over with Mercu right now, but they've run out of other lead-out men. All the other lead-out men on the left-hand side, you can see, are looking to see who's going to take it up over this hill to chase back Brent Van Moer, and it's Julian Alaphilippe in the green points jersey, the world champion, and he makes the difference in this stage, chasing back Brent Van Moer. The DSM train and Alpecin train, you see them on the bottom right-hand side. They were trying to keep riders together for the final lead-out. Somewhat of a risky strategy, particularly because Alpecin had the numbers and they didn't end up using MVDP for the lead-out really at all. He was behind Merlier and Philipsen, but 1K to go under the Flamme Rouge. Van Moer is running out of steam. It's now down to about 10 seconds, but 750 meters to go. He goes down a slight downhill. We can't see the peloton behind him. We can't really see who's taken up the chase. It was FDJ taking it up for an Arnaud Démare that was not there. He lost the wheel of his lead-out train. Mads Pedersen was third wheel behind Jasper Stuyven, and you can see Rickaert and Philipsen, who Alpecin was sprinting for today, deeper in the bunch. Alpecin like to move up late like they did in Champ de Prés and hit the lead out late and hard. Cavendish in good position with Mercu in front of him about fourth wheel. But at this point, FDJ, I don't think they realised that Arnaud Démare wasn't on their wheel. He ended up coming 45th, although he crashed yesterday. So 520 metres to go. We're thinking, is Brent Van Moer going to do the impossible until Alpecin-Phoenix with Jonas Rickaert hit the front really, really hard on the left-hand side as we look at it, bringing up Philipsen really late. Merlier won the stage yesterday. They went for Philipsen today. Now, he won a slightly uphill finish in the Vuelta last year. He won the Champ de Prés this year. He's a quick man for sure, but Yeah, they use Merlier as the lead out, somewhat surprisingly to me, and he ends up catching Brent Van Moer with about 175 metres to go. Heartbreak for Van Moer. Philipsen opens up. Cavendish has his action checked a little bit, gets into the slipstream of Philipsen. He's got Cees Bol on his left-hand side. This uphill drag goes on forever, but Cavendish wins his first Tour de France stage in like 5 years, and it wasn't straightforward. He's got Brent Van Moer being caught by the bunch. Merlier's just dropped off Philipsen to the right-hand side of Merlier, and Cav, as I said, has his action checked by Brent Van Moer. He has to decelerate or stop pedaling for a little bit. That might have opened up an opportunity for Cees Bol on his left-hand side, but Cav keeps half the wheel of Philipsen, but also stays to the left of Philipsen so he doesn't get boxed in. There was a risk here that Cees Bol would take that space where that red circle is, shut off Cavendish line, so he had to keep his handlebars level with Cees Bol's hip at worst when he was trying to go past Brent Van Moer. He does so, he comes out of Philipsen's slipstream, and he did this without even the perfect drop-off from Mørkøv, which is the most impressive for Cavendish. Surfing wheels in the finale, and a huge win for him, for Quickstep, who had Bennett, and we've seen that playing out in the media, not coming to the Tour de France for them. Cavendish winning by over a bike length. I feel bad for Brent Van Moer, but this man has got Grand Tour wins ahead of him for sure. But the story of the day was Mark Cavendish one step closer to Eddie Merckx's record into the green jersey. He won the stage ahead of Buani, Philipsen, Matthews, Sagan, Bol, Laporte, Pedersen, Boy van Poppel, and Andre Greipel. But here's what Cavendish had to say after the stage.
I don't know what to say, man. Like, just being here is special enough, you know. Didn't think I'd ever get to come back to this race. We didn't know if we were going to get them. And then Lula, we lost Ballereau, who had his wheel. Same things happened to me, lost the spokes of his wheel. And then you just see what a team this is, you know. You got the green jersey, the world champion, Julian Alaphilippe. He just comes just to get the final pull to try and catch the breakaway, you know. Just putting everything in, you know. Like, so many people didn't believe in me, you know. And these guys do.
Tomorrow's stage is the important first time trial, 27 kilometers long, and it's a rolling course. About 300 meters of climbing, and there's a lot of question marks. Thomas crashed hard, dislocated his shoulder. How is he going to recover? This was a stage that he would be trying to take as much time as possible. Primoz Roglic, perhaps even more banged up. How is he going to go tomorrow? Hopefully he doesn't lose too much time. The big picks for the stage are Wout van Aert, Bissegger, and Kung. I've got a slight preference for Kung and Wout van Aert. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like these videos on the channel, you can support it by joining channel membership down below. It gets you access to the Discord. There's various tiers of it, kind of like Twitch membership as well. But until tomorrow, ciao.